Welcome back to Season 3, Episode 3 of the Leaders Only Show and podcast. It's brought to you by Water Change Mentoring, Inc. and Tone Drone. I'm Semaj, and I know it's a little bit different today, but my brother Kendell was in an accident. He was hit in the back, so he will be calling in during the show just so we can deliver. So we just improvising, so bear with us and give us that good energy. Our show is going to be also a little bit different because we're just going to highlight the community outreach, the involvement, the different activities that are going on this month, things that are reoccurring, and just different ways that we can help. So please invite your friends, check out the Leaders Only Show, hit the like button, the share button, subscribe, comment. If you catch it on the replay, make sure you hit hashtag replay. And definitely if you're here on the live stream, make sure you comment, make sure you give us some feedback, come back, interact in and out. And as we move forward, our email is leadersonly22. Again, leadersonly22 at Gmail. And feel free to ask us questions. People that you feel that are leaders in the community, that are helping out in the community, don't have to be a celebrity whatsoever. We really want the people that are working their butts off in your community. Reach out, put them on our radar. As we move forward, we want to just touch on a few things that happened in the news this week with Caleb Williams, the 2022 Heisman Trophy winner and Gonzaga High School college graduate. He came back home to DC this weekend, and he launched his nonprofit foundation, which is Caleb Cares, or Caleb. I want to make sure I'm saying it right, Caleb or Caleb. But he started his foundation this week, and it's bringing awareness to anti-bullying and mental health. And we're all about mental health and protecting the youth. So that's a great thing. So congratulations to him and his new endeavors. And I know also some people might be taken aback because the legend Jim Brown, who was a great football player, he passed on, and he was an activist. He passed away. So our condolences to his family as well. I definitely know he was a great ball player. I felt a little indifferent with Jim Brown and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when they told us to get the vaccines, but all in all, man, definitely rest in peace. Now, moving forward, we have some upcoming community events, starting off with the FRESHFARM ACM farm stand, which is kicking off. It's the inaugural farm stand season for 2023. It's the only direct-to-consumer farm stand of its kind east of the river. It's in Ward 8 in Washington, D.C. The FRESHFARM ACM farm stand takes place on the outdoor plaza of the Smithsonian at Anacostia Community Museum. That's at 1901 Fort Place, Southeast Washington, D.C. It's every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. From April 22nd to November 18th. So we do have some good time with the weather permitting. And the farm stand will offer Fresh Match, Fresh Farms Incentive Program, which provides a dollar-to-dollar match on all federal benefits. WIC, Senior, and WIC FMNP will all be able to be spent at the stand. And this is helping the shoppers take home more fresh, nutritious produce and local foods. The farm stand will also accept Produce Plus, a benefit program that's unique to DC. So if you have that, it's friendly. If you don't have that, look up these things that we're saying. I know it's a lot to gather, so slow it down, pause it. But definitely, if you're a DC district resident with limited access to fresh and healthy food, that's our direct message here. And what we're going to try to do is continue to help get you some. Also here at the Our Saviour Lutheran Church, and or you could look up the Giuliani Graham Community Garden. Every third Friday, they're doing a food bank where you can come in, pull in, and grab food. They also have a variety, and we've seen some great mangoes and some pineapples this week, so be on the lookout for that. Irresistible Revolution, which is a space that allows our comrades to celebrate our collective and individual joy within the acknowledgement of our struggles that we're going through internally or externally. And they seek to center marginalized voices, honoring the courage to transmute our pain into our art, kind of like an alchemist, and that which becomes the beauty. So they're focused on they're focused on taking your pain and turning it into your story, as well as teaching others how your pain can become your art, and there's beauty in the struggle. So we want to gather and bear witness to each other's stories, to embrace the weaknesses and our strengths in the revolution that seeks liberation and change. Another one that I like, this is one that I really like because it focuses on the children. So it's the Community Roundtable for Tobacco-Free Kids. It's a series that is designed to address the issue of electronic cigarettes and flavored tobacco, which is used all through the wards. But children have been vaping at an enormous rate, and I've even seen some 12, 11 years old talking about how, you know, they're vaping now and they're turning to vaping to adhere to some of their stresses and some of their trauma. So the program is aimed to provide education from panelists, resources, and it will prevent tobacco use. That's their strive and their goal, as well as raise awareness about the harmful effects of businesses selling tobacco and electronic smoking devices within a quarter mile of DC middle schools or high schools. So this is teaching the awareness of the law, and as well as trying to break the children from actually doing it, because, you know, once you pick up nicotine and tobacco, it's another addiction. So addiction is a byproduct of stress, of trauma, mental issues, physical issues, emotional issues, and that's what we're fighting. So all these things that children are doing or that you see people doing, it's a clear sign that they need some type of help. So keep your eyes open when you're seeing this. The Department of Licensing and Consumer Product Protection, DLCP, is excited to work with the community partners, the stakeholders, their families. This happens on May 31st at 6 p.m. at the Anacostia Art Center. This is 1231 Good Hope Road. That's Southeast DC. So it's very local. It's much in our communities, in urban communities, if you look at the addresses. So definitely get your youngins out. And if you can't find any young adults or youth to come, this is a great time for the adults to come, because it's our job, man. It's our job to give solutions to these problems. We can't just keep saying, oh man, that kid is bad, or man, it's a shame that that kid is that young, or did you see that kid, the 11-year-old smoking weed? Like, we really have to start looking into these situations a bit closer. I know we have some other programs. I know in DC they're looking for tutoring and mentoring. They started an initiative with nearly 2 out of 3 DC students. 60,000 children are reading below the grade level average. And I seen another thing like not too long ago, maybe about a month ago, about Chicago. Their students, it's over 55% that can't read or write at their grade level. So 60,000 children that are reading below the grade level, that's a direct reflection. We have a 60,000 person weakness on our future. This is what we're passing on. This is how our legacies go. And I said it the other day, our strength lies in the youth. So we're not feeding them with the things that they need to be fed, as far as knowledge, as far as healing, dealing with their emotions, not just running and getting guns for every situation. But if you see an adult acting that same way, then they have no, you have no right or no better example. They're just going to say it's from the music. They're going to say it's from the games. They're going to say it's from my father or my cousin or a homeboy down the street that they're looking up to. So we always just have to keep in mind that a child needs better examples, and they're only a reflection of the community and the environment that they're in. And if the environment is bad, it's up to us to make it better. So the DC Tutoring and Mentoring Initiative, you can look up on dctutormentor.org. And this is all over DC. They also have a number at 202-688-1261. And you can email them at info@dctutoringmentor.org. And this is exactly how it works. You volunteer 1 to 2 hours a week, and that's the great part, is volunteering. So go through your schedule where you could literally give the time. We don't have to sign up to take on more than we can bear. If a little bit of us give a little, that'll account for a lot. When? Mornings, afternoons, evenings, and weekends. So it's very flexible. Where? They have over 100 plus locations in DC and the DMV. And the great part about technology these days is they have virtual options. So we have no excuse. I'm definitely going to sign up and give at least 1 hour a week from myself, and try to get the rest of the team to give in where we can. But we definitely have a couple hours, a few hours coming from our camp for sure. And then tell us, they say tell us when and where you can help, and they'll match the program that works for you. So it's not just you trying to figure out. They're trying to help us help the youth. So definitely look out for that. I know for sure that Restoring Ivy Collective, that's a community of sex trafficking survivors. They're all about supporting, healing, and growth. And it's a judgment-free zone for those who have been victims of sex trafficking. Their number is 202-735-1252. And you can also reach out to them at KYLA at Restoring, that's RESTORING, Ivy, IVY, Collective, COLLETIVE.org. And that's a great way to reach out to them. And they also have a website. It's www.restoringivycollective.org. And lastly, I remember on the first episode we spoke about the Maya Angelou Learning Center, in which we were teaching, in which I had the class and we did a final project. But we spoke about the barber program that they had, as well as they have a bunch of other programs. So it would be great for you to reach out to them at www.cforever.org. And they're located at 5600 East Capitol Street Northeast, and that's in Washington, D.C. And then you can also reach out to the enrollment specialist, Kiwana Wade, at 202-289-8898, and that's extension 1709. And we'll also put all this information in the description. But it's all about helping, man, helping one another get better. As we said, man, we know things are going to arise, just like today with my brother. He was in an accident, and we were prepared just to come and deliver a great show, just delivering information, because we want to get more into that with our community. We always say what we need, and we always trying to figure out how can he save the world or she save the world, how can I save the world. But there are things that are already in place for us to not save the world but make us a bit better, and nobody should have to take on that challenge alone. So what we're going to do is just keep striving to find more and more and more programs. A lot of these programs are right in your backyards. A lot of them are free. If you hear us and you're in other cities, and you hear programs that we're speaking out, don't be afraid to look up in your area. That's the great part about a lot of these programs. They are like government funded or grant funded. So even the people who have nonprofits, they're going through the organizations, they're being funded by the government. So it's up on their websites. And that's what they're supposed to do. The government is supposed to be here to work for us. You know what I mean? A lot of these people are public assistants, and we have to remember that. We have to stop getting in the position of inferiority and step back into our power as a collective, as being, walking with our head up and our back straight, and allowing people to do the job that our taxes are paying for. You know what I mean? This is what you do it for. And a lot of this is in black and white. A lot of us learned this maybe 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago. So it's not bad to go to your local library, use their computer, use their dictionaries, use their books, and just learn what our place is. Because a lot of this stuff is just written in black and white, and we miss it because they say if you want to hide something from us, just put it in a book. And again, pushing the collective. Nobody should have to read 30,000 books by themselves and then try to go through all the information, but then they become that one person that has to give everybody information. No. Find out within our struggle, within our fight, what intrigues you. To me, it's the youth. To me, it's helping people find their confidence. So that's what I would do. And I got my brother calling right now, so let's get him on. Peace, brother.
Peace, y'all.
What's up, bro?
How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Hey, I'm a little thrown off
good.
Everything is always subject to change throughout the day. So
yeah, I just
I know.
spoke you up, man. I was just speaking about how, you know, we were planning to deliver a good show, but we're just trying to give this episode and more episodes just more information on how to help people. And you were hit in the back in an accident, and that wasn't something we could plan for, but that's how life is. So, you know, us dealing with mental health, us talking about it, us, you know, dealing with our emotions and staying under control. This was a great situation that happened. You know what I mean? This was a blessing in disguise because the show is still going on. You're able to call in. You're healthy. You know what I mean? You have insurance. They have insurance. But we're also showing other people how when things happen, we don't have to stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I already knew the team was going to keep going. We supposed to. That's what you always practice to preach because, you know, just like you said, man, things are always subject to change. And it was minor, though. It's something minor. It was just in the mix of traffic. The lady, actually, I gave her a good response. She probably was thrown off for how I responded because, you know, most people get mad or jump out the car or do a whole bunch of bull crap. But it kind of frightened her because she was looking down, texting on her phone.
Right.
She hit me. So,
and piggybacking on that, just that's a good sign to it's a good time to tell everybody, man, put them phones down. Put them phones down. Live hand free. You know what I'm saying? It's a prime example. I need to take that advice a little bit more. But it's a prime example right here. Go ahead, bro. What you were saying?
Yeah, but everything is good. I actually stepped to the side because I wanted to get on live with y'all. Excellent job. Good information you put out. Also, June 24th, you know, Jason, J-Flow, they got another event going on for the youth at Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're going to attend that. I'm also trying to get the information for get my hour, too. So I'm going to go ahead and dedicate my time, too.
That's what I was saying. That's 2 hours. We're gonna figure it out. We got 2 for sure. I know us being hosts, we gonna get 2. For sure. So,
yes, sir.
And then Jason, that's great that you even spoke on Jason because that's our guest next week, and it's dope. You know what I mean? How you're able to help him, and he's able to help you, and y'all doing it at work. You know what I mean? Because at a lot of times, you know, there's a lot of bickering and a lot of childish behavior like high school that goes on at work.
Yeah, we got a lot of kids that come out of high school that work there, getting their first jobs. Dealing with that, man, now I'm starting to really understand it because at first it was kind of like a headache to me.
Right.
Dealing with a bunch of young kids, but then when you realize that, dang, this is their first job. And I remember when I got my first job, I couldn't even cut an onion.
Right.
So I know they were getting frustrated with me. So now I'm starting to see what and as us doing this show, it opens my eyes, and especially being around you, Tony, Miss Denise, it's a different atmosphere. Different personalities, people that think clear, that have another point of view, perspective, and y'all can open my eyes to different things. So just doing that, and like I said, the good relationship with me and Jason, because, man, I can't wait for y'all to get him on and see what he does, because our relationship is kind of unique, you know, and we help out the youth at our job, and it kind of pushes them like, we done got some of the youth, which I've been there for 4 years now, and it's kind of been a speedy, you know, time.
Right.
Always thrives when you are doing what you like to do or doing something that's positive. So with that being said, we have got people, we seen the youth, which a couple gentlemen, like 2 of them, to be specific, is like 18 when they started. Now they're 4 years past, they're 22, and 2 of them are trainers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, you see the transition, you know? So, yeah, I always know people watching, man, and I try to do my best to do everything the right way, even if it is not what I'm comfortable at doing, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great,
it's definitely been a good day. It's been a good day.
That's a great testament to maturity.
Yes.
And if anybody heard that, that's what I'll be speaking on when we do the coaching. I wish a lot more people in positions of power just take that example and realize that a lot of us, you know, we've been in a position that a lot of people that we're mentoring and coaching and, you know, guiding, we've been in their position, but they never been in ours. So
Right.
we should want to make their experience better by learning the way that we were taught, take the good things. But there's tons of ways that we've had bad managers, we've had coaches that just disrespected us to get their point across, even parenting, you know what I mean, all these things. So that's tremendous, you know what I'm saying, just to pass that message on, because it makes a lot of people look in the mirror, because no kid should be, nobody first and foremost should be cursed out or, you know, for making a mistake, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, if they never learned, then that means you need to be a better teacher, you know what I'm saying? How about we do that, you know what I mean? Because we'll get better results. And then, you know, I always try to tell people that when you're dealing with a group of people, there might be one or two people that learn at the way that you teach. But there's the whole other group, or the majority, this person might learn through paint. This person might learn through sound. This person might learn visually. This person might learn, you know, hands-on. So everybody is a genius in their own way. You know what I mean? We're going to keep reverting back to that as we go every week through our shows, to stop, you know, judging these kids on, you know, just grades alone, or, you know, throwing them in places because of behavior issues, because a lot of times, you know, behavior issues come before they even hear. You know, their behavior is carried in their father's sperm and their mother's egg before they even develop. You know what I mean? By the time they get here, it's whatever their parents were then take on their world, then whatever they track on. So it's like compound interest, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta, you know, combat that stuff. But the more that we grow, and just hearing you say that just allowed me just to realize, you know, just how blessed we are to continue to grow. And growth is a beautiful thing, but you have to be on offense. And what I mean by offense was, you know, you have insurance, you know what I'm saying? Then I asked you, did they have insurance? And that's what insurance is for, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of alleviates some of that stress, whereas though, you know.
Yeah, because, you know, like back in the days, man, when you get in an accident, you be nervous.
Right.
Now that I understand the growth of me, and I mean the understanding insurance, the importance of having insurance. It's not always bad that you got in an accident, because if you got insurance, that's why you're paying it. Also, like you said, man, just reaching out to people. You know, people ask me every day how I'm doing, so that's refreshing, because going through 10 years of not knowing how I'm doing, or people not even caring how you're doing, that alone is like the little things, you know. Right. And I know for a fact, a lot of little things you appreciate. You know, I can just see certain things, like when people ask you how you doing, and you always greet people how they doing. So
right.
Yeah, it's real touching our situations and our uniqueness, and how our team came about, and all the different walks we all are on, but it all comes together and makes sense. So
right, because it's reality, you know what I'm saying? That's the beautiful part about being real, you know what I'm saying, and being able to communicate. That's where we were lacking last season in our episodes, you know, where you was overthinking what I was thinking, and I'm jumping in, and I'm not, you know, knowing how my delivery could hurt your feelings and stuff like that. But it's all stemming from love, but you just got to get to a clear avenue of delivering your message so a person can understand it, and you got to deliver it back so I can understand it, and vice versa. But that's what love does. Unconditional love, you're going to argue, you may fight. It'll never get to the point where you break away. You know what I'm saying? And you have to allow each individual to be an individual till they can meet you at a point where y'all can gel. You know, everybody is not always there either. Oil and water is not supposedly don't mix, you know. So until person becomes water and gets all the oil out, we can't be, you know, and vice versa. So I just appreciate hearing you speak in that manner. And I told you before, like last week, I go for what people don't want to do. You know, holding the door for somebody can get you a sale. It's still about business. It's still about marketing. It's still about promotion. I do my marketing and promotion through good deeds. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to help somebody, and then that clicks in their mind. Oh, man, you know what? I was about to get some lemonade from such and such. I'm going to get it from my man. I was about to eat. I'm going to get it from my man, because he always look out. He always asks me how I'm doing. He always helped me get one extra rep. You know what I'm saying? Or that child when they a little bit loose, you know, when you at the supermarket, or even ladies, like I seen a lady today in our parking lot where we live, and she just was struggling with the bags. I just yelled down there, hey, you sure you good? You know what I'm saying? But
right.
And that'll ease it off of her, so the next time she see me, she won't probably judge me by seeing my locks, seeing a brother with a beard, tattoos.
Right.
She might be, hey, what's your name? I'm Semaj. But I just want to make people feel how I want to feel. You know what I'm saying? I want people to ask me how I'm doing, because that's the way I was raised, though. When I was growing up, brothers spoke to me. They always spoke. But I always had that infectious, that comforting aroma around me, that aura. But now I'm knowing, oh, I'm not walking away from my gifts. That's a gift too. You know, being able to calm somebody down, make somebody feel good, ease somebody when they're at the height of their rage. Man, that's a gift. You have a healing spirit. And I told you, and I told Ashley that you know, that's always been us. You know, when we are around our friends, they look up to us, or they'll ask us certain things, and they feel comfortable with us, confiding in us. And that's always been a great thing. So now, us being older, like you said, insurance is good. Well, these are like moral. It's like moral insurance. You know, when you can ease somebody. If something was to pop off, they probably look out for you because you asked them how they doing. You offer, hey brother, you hungry? Would you like some? We got some extra watermelon over here. You sure? Just like we were sitting down at James' crib last week, and we were talking to Tyler, and we were feeding each other. You know, we all giving each other some information. Brother wanted some sea moss. Brother wanted, and you wanted some queso. That's how it goes. You know, everywhere you go, it doesn't hurt. You don't have to be a pitch man and sell. Look, brother, we having regular conversation about healing ourselves as men, and this stuff pops up. Oh, you need that? I got that. Oh, you need that? I got that. I know where to get that from.
That's the first thing they ask when I come through the door. Hey, Semaj around? Hey, where that sea moss at? Hey, where that at? But and the crazy part is it's family.
Right.
Too. That's important. Because, you know, you always get that saying, family, it's always your friends and your family that don't support you. Well, I know for a fact we support you.
Right.
We support each other right here.
Right.
And it's a good thing from sis doing our hair, from me cleaning our cribs. You know, everything gets done. Every service we came from doing it together. So it's a blessing.
And not to cut you off, you know we closing. You know our time getting short. So definitely want to thank you for calling in and still helping deliver the show like we supposed to. And we want to remember and remind everybody 988 for the mental health number. If you're going through anything, if you feel any way, anything to do with your emotions, anything tying you down, or if you want to get past something, therapy, 988, because that's why I joined. I joined therapy so I could get past. I'm tired of being hung up on certain things, and I know certain attitudes and certain actions come from trauma. So we want to move forward with that. Always dial 988. And remember, we brought to you by Woulda Changed Mentoring, Tone Drone TV. We'll be back next week, and we want you to like, comment, subscribe, share, pound, replay. Yeah, click that bell. Our website is leaders only 22 at Gmail. I got to calm down a little bit. I'm a little nervous this week, y'all. But thank y'all for bearing with me and getting me through. I like collaboration, so I miss my partner. But it definitely was a great time with you guys. Get out there in the sun, eat better, hydrate. It's getting hotter. Eat more fruit. Take your shoes off. Walk in some grass. Remember the elders this month.
Don't get stuck in the gym. Don't get stuck in the gym.
Don't get stuck in the gym. Get outside. Help the elders. It's their month. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, but it's mental health awareness every day. Check on your strong friends. Speak up if you're having issues. Do everything you can with love, starting with yourself. Give you all the love, and it'll bounce off of you. Move in peace. Sir. I'm still at an 8.5. I ain't hit that 9 and 10 because I want to see y'all just get better. You know what I'm saying? So we could treat one another better because we need each other. Also, continue to read, continue to save, continue to invest, continue to be smart because we don't know where this thing is going. But lend a helping hand because we're going to need each other wherever it's going. We're going to need each other more than ever. So thank you guys. Bro, hit me if you need me. Let me know when you're good. I'll see you at dinner.
I just left. I'm about to head back to the house right quick, and then I'm going to meet y'all at dinner.
All right, I'll see you at dinner. Peace, everybody, man.
Love y'all, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.